Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Alchemy. This is episode. I'm going to say, I'm not even going to try and guess. It's an episode. We're here again. It's great to connect with you. Uh, and today we are speaking about negative visions. We're going to have a lot of fun together over the next few minutes, half an hour. I'm not sure how long this episode's going to go. Let's chat. Let's see. Let's dive in. Um, Life is cool at the moment, guys. Life is really freaking cool. Uh, because I've noticed that I've eliminated, or eliminated is a strong word. I've become aware of and dropped negative visions. More of them, more the more we all have them, if there's anything that I've learned about negative visions is they come back. They come back and they tempt you like a pizza would on a Friday night. You've been good all week, you're feeling trim, you're feeling fit, and then there's that. I don't know if it's pizza for you, but it's pizza for me. Good wood-fired pizza. You can tell I've been dieting because I'm salivating at the moment. But anyway, it's a negative vision. It's a negative that can be a negative vision. Not always, but it can be. And I'm going to go into what a negative vision actually is in a second. But other negative visions can be your business has been struggling and you're hungry as fuck for cash. You're like, man, I need some cash. I need some money to come in to really relieve the pressure. That is a negative vision. And the more that we can be aware of this, and the more that we can actually see where it's like, yeah, well, this is a thing that's not serving. That's when I've created things that have brought me the pleasure that I would get from eating a pizza. So it's like it sounds so weird, but it's like through dieting and training and doing it like in a sustainable way where I still get to eat foods that are tasty. I don't, when you get those cravings, you're like, fuck, I need some like sugar, or I really need to have a cheat day. That doesn't really happen. Sure, I would really enjoy a pizza now, but at the same time, my mind's going, but you know what, man, it's not really worth it because you're so close to hitting that target weights that you've got set for yourself. You're getting fitter and you feel full after it. So my perception's quite balanced about it. And it can be the same in regards to money. It could be, I really need the money and blah, 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 blah. But when you're balanced about it, and when you're in, the true vision of what you're wanting to create, you might be like, you know what? If I flushed my business with cash right now, wouldn't be able to handle all the clients. Number one, I don't even know if this business itself is the thing that I want to make a scalable vehicle. Yeah, like the way we've got things structured, the model, and even our message. Like, do I really want to scale off that? So these are the things that become available to you when you're in your true vision. You're not going for these tempting, false, shiny object based visions, right? So let's just talk about why negative visions come up, okay? Because this is something people have explained it to me in various different forms. Um, and yeah, I've just landed on this definition for myself. If you spoke to um, other people who are in personal development and business and whatever, business improvement and whatever, they might give you the same thing, but in it with a different title. But I call it a negative vision. So essentially, for me, negative vision is when we have a pain in our life, and because of the pain, we will create a fantasy, a pleasure, a vision that's based on pleasure to get away from the pain. So the whole purpose of a negative vision is to relieve pain and get to pleasure, to feel good. Okay. Now, the problem with that is the I'm not even going to call it a problem because it's not. It doesn't have to be a problem if you want to operate from negative visions. Like everything, one thing I want, if you haven't understood this already through listening to my podcasts, is I don't look at this stuff as right or wrong or bad or good. You can you can do very well with negative visions. I mean, lots of people do, but I'm going to give you the full truth of it. I'm not trying to convince you to leave this structure. But when you know the truth, you can know what else there is. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, this isn't my only option. I've got other options here, and it's just about choice. Do I want to continue swinging from pain to pleasure, or do I want to do something else? And there's not really no right or wrong for it. So the fuel in this structure is really about setting. And again, some of you are going to go, really? But this is what happens. You may experience a pain at the start, when you're young, and then you'll learn a particular mechanism or a particular way to trigger yourself into action to get to pleasure. When you get to pleasure, you need another pain to get you to move again. So, for example, this is you see a lot of people do this. They will continue to tell themselves it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough in terms of money to continue to motivate them to get to the next level of income, right? That's what's driving their business activity. It's like, oh, I don't have enough money to pay my bills. Hustle, 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 get enough to pay my bills. Well, now I want that car. So let me extend the finances and I'll get the car. It's like I don't get, hustle it to make, they'll continue to increase their expenses so they can increase their income. Other people will increase the emotional stress and mental stress they put on themselves to increase their income. And it will be a mental and emotional leap that gets them to increase their income. So for example, it's like, far out, man, I'm only earning $5,000 a month and that's shit. And this means this and this and this and this and this about me, right? So then what they do is they'll respond to the self-inflicted pain. I know this because this was me, right? So everything I'm talking about here, I've done. I did the car example and all that kind of stuff. This was me. $5,000, starting my sales agency. Oh man, you fucking whatever I said back then. So it was that negative talk and those negative emotions. So then it's like, all right, work, 20 grand. Oh, well, that's not as much as Joe Blow down the street or my mate who's in not many people were actually, I only knew one other person that was running an agency at that time. But I'm not earning as much as my mate. Oh, fuck, that's not cool. That's not cool. And then I made up a story about that. So it's like da 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 da. And it's so, we inflict pain that way. It could also be we will now this is slightly different to this example. It's very similar, but it's slightly different. So it's like the negative self-talk to things that are present, or it can be negative self-talk on things that have passed. And that can run us like a bloody race car for as long as we let it. So it could be, when I was 5, my dad said this about me, or my mum said this about me, or that kid at school said this about me, and I don't like that. And I've got a story that I am the most dedicated worker or the hardest worker because, I'm going to show those pricks that they were wrong. So work. And then it's not about the money. It's just like you will do anything to increase and leave the cap off it, all because you've got this drive, this ambition that's quite praised in our society as like this really honourable thing, because you experienced something as a kid and you're not seeing how that actually benefited you, and you're not seeing how that helped you become more of you. Now, again, am I saying this is bad? No, this was me. I got bullied a lot when I was in school, and my dad said things about me. My mum said things about me. My grandmother said things about me. My friends said, people say things about us all the time. It's just life, right? But now I'm not driven by that. Sure, I got called fat as a kid. I used to get teased because my parents had nice cars. Kids used to say shitty things, but what I see, it's like, well, that actually helped because I was a soft kid in school. I was very soft, and that helped me toughen up. And if had I not gone through those experiences, I wouldn't be able to, get up on stage and speak, do podcasts like this and just speak freely. I wouldn't have the courage to just throw myself out there without giving a shit. So anyway, I'm not going to get into any more of that, but you get it, right? If we hold on to a negative vision and we let it run out, and we actually let it run our activity, our emotions, our thoughts, and everything in our day. When it comes to, I'm talking mainly about business here, but we can go into relationships and all that kind of stuff. It becomes exhausting because, and again, I don't have science to prove. There might be science to prove this out there. I don't care to do the research. I just talk about what I've learned from other people and what I've experienced myself. Um, wearing that stuff was tiring on the body. Like I used to have a lot of hip pain, and I don't know which story it was specifically, but the minute I started to let go of all the crap, all the fear that was still in my body from primary school, from high school, when all these people would start calling me names and it's just me and no one's backing me up. When I started to let go of that, all my hip pain just started to slowly dissipate. And of course, losing weight and everything became easier because I wasn't emotionally eating to not feel those terrible feelings, all this stuff, right? I became healthier. I'm able to stay slimmer. I'm able to work out. I'm able to sustain it for longer periods because I'm not trying to get away from that pain anymore. Um, there are plenty of people out there that talk about how when we don't let go of these stories and these emotions about ourselves from when we're young, we store that stuff in the body. And I'm a big believer of that because it's something I've experienced. It's like, how can I be a 19-year-old kid and at 19 I was really fitter than I am now, much fitter. Could run 10Ks, do it quite well, do push-ups, chin-ups, all that kind of stuff. Was playing soccer, was pretty fit. Um, I don't think I could run 10Ks. I could do it, but I'd be gassed, right? So I'm fit, but I'm not as fit as I used to be. But back then, that's how fit I was. But I was in so much pain all the time. And it wasn't because I was training very hard, by the way. I wasn't. I'd be sitting down at my desk at my mum's place, growing my soccer coat, and my hips would just be in agony. My lower back, my shoulders, my neck. I used to get like enraged by all this stuff that I carry around here, and now that's just not the case. Do I get body aches? Yes, but they go very quick. It'll be from sleeping funny or pushing myself too hard on the push-ups. I've been doing that over the last 4 weeks, which has been great. It's been great, slowly getting back up there. 5 sets for 20, so not bad, not bad. So the negative vision is really a thing. So when you let go of that, you open yourself up to more. Now, what do I mean by more? I don't mean better. I mean more is in space. You can actually just go for things for the sake of them. That's the space. So it's like, I talk about this now, and I still slip into the negative vision in sales, but I'm a lot more grounded in what I'm saying now. So I'm going to talk about it. When I sell my programs, okay, so recently I ran a beta event. If you guys are on my emailing list, you would have seen there was a beta event. After that event, I hit up all the people that attended the event because a new program had kind of dropped in afterwards. So it didn't drop in like prior, and long story, I won't go into it, but there was an idea on Monday, this Monday after Saturday, and it was like, I got this idea. It's this program. It's crystal clear. La 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 la. We're starting tomorrow. Do you want it? And people have signed up. Like, they come out of the woodworks. And last night we're on the call. We've got 8 people signed up. Looks like it'll actually be 9. Like, it's amazing. It just came out of nowhere. And you know, if you saw the cost for this program, it's not super expensive by any stretch of the imagination. But I was doing it for the sake of doing it, because it was like, no, this idea is here. I really want to do this. It's true for me to do this. I'm not going to make a shit ton of money doing it, but this is important for me and my business to do, right? It's an intro offer, and it's going to provide lots of value and build, and not only build a sense of service with my audience, but it's going to help me understand my business even more and where it's going. So, you know, giving myself the space to go, I'm just going to do this for the sake of doing it. It was so easy to sell. It was so easy to get it out there and just be free and communicate and communicative, if that's a word, and just and have the words flow out of my mouth instead of going, okay, right. A lot of money on the line here, so I better say this. Absolutely correct. You know, now, again, I'm not against scripts. You guys have seen that I have a course on scripts as well. Sales scripts. Scripts are important. But when you're attached to the scripts, you know, because it's like, if I don't make this 5 grand, I'm toast. I'm done. I won't be able to pay the bills. And that's scary to the body. And rightly so. You know, we all have fear. We all have fear around not paying our bills and all that kind of stuff. But you know, if you're in that scenario, I've been in that scenario. You know, the best thing I did was getting comfortable in feeling afraid and going, okay, I'm feeling afraid, but I have another choice. I have another choice. This is here, but I can also choose to will myself to be focused on a different vision. That's not negative. I'm not talking about a positive vision as well, because you can go to the opposite and get into fantasy. I'm not talking about a positive vision here. I can get on my truth and go for what's inspiring to me, what's purposeful for me, and allow that vision to inform me of new emotions, new thoughts, new actions, and new ideas to take to go for, right? And guys, honestly, some days I have to refocus about 8 times, because like I haven't mastered this, right? And I don't know whether it gets easier, but I know that there's a difference in result. You know, I gave you the coaching example. I sold out a program in a day. With my book writing, you know, this project has gas. It's got gas. It's got momentum, because, you know, I'm not focused on my negative vision of proving myself as a worthy writer. It's like, no. What's my truth? I'm conveying genius information that's come from other people, and I'm giving my unique perspective of it. That's what I'm focused on. So what are the emotions of that? What do I get about that vision when I'm focused on it? What are the next steps informed by that vision, by that voice, by those pictures and colors? You can go as deep as you want into it. And it's incredible when you get on the truth, right? But it's a choice. It's a choice to go, well, there's this negative vision here, and this is what it's doing. And until you go, you know what, the negative vision hasn't worked for me. The truth stuff can't come in. The true vision can't come in. And again, there are negatives to the truth vision. Let me be very clear, right? What I learned with this true vision stuff, I had to let go of these goals, these identity goals that I had in my mind. You know, these hopes of becoming a millionaire, these hopes of, you know, balling out on a yacht and wearing the fucking white pants and the Versace shoes, whatever, right? I had so many things in my head, these identity goals that, again, power to you if you've got them. These things that I wanted to prove my sense of, like, power, right? And again, it comes, that's only there for me, might not be for you, because for some people it's very true for them to have those things. And as a matter of fact, it's actually true for me to have a very luxurious lifestyle that has come up in a lot of the genius meditations that I host and everything. But it's different. It's not how I would usually define luxury in my survival. But through following the true vision, like you've got to kind of let go of what comes as a byproduct. You don't know how much money you're going to earn. You don't know whether anyone's going to care. All you can bank on is that you will be better for yourself for following that true vision, and you're actually going to be of service to everyone else around you in the highest way possible. That's all you know, right? So it's not. So again, like William Whitecloud talks about this, who's, a lot of the stuff that I'm teaching right now, things that I've learned from him. Uh, he talks about it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone to follow a true vision. Sometimes it's just better to go with the negative vision. And again, they're equal. They're just different vehicles. But what you can be sure of when you're in your true vision is that your vitality, your energy, your natural flow of creativity and work and effort into the world is leveraged. It's leveraged. And we're gonna end the podcast there, because I feel like there's another episode where I'll dive into like true visions more. But it's leveraged. Things work. Things flow on. There's a ripple effect. Like, as I've been talking to you guys about my book, my music, and now this new string of coaching and speaking that's just come out of nowhere, right? It just seems that every time I complete something for these projects, there's something else waiting for me. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? And again and again and again, there's natural vitality that's just coming from a higher source. Now, whether you believe in God, the universe, or another religion, that doesn't matter to me. But what I'm trying to convey is that I'm not relying on myself to manufacture my own energy. What I'm creating is feeding me energy naturally. Just by focusing on it, it's feeding me energy. It's feeding me ideas. It's handing me next action steps. So I never have to deal. Well, I have to deal with, I don't feel like it today. I'm in my shit. I'm doubting myself. I'm feeling unworthy. That all comes, but I'm able to blast through it because I'm very much connected to the energy of the stuff, the music, the book, the coaching. I'm connected to it in such a way where it's like, you know what? My ego wants to limit me. My rational mind's telling me don't go, but I'm so committed to this. I'm so in love with these things that I'm going no matter what. And you know what happens? Every time you get to the other side, you're like, God, man, thank God I did that. Thank God I sat down at the piano and played for an hour when I didn't feel like it. Thank God I reached out to that person who I thought was too good for me, in terms of like, maybe it's a client, maybe it's a potential partner. I'm not a relationship coach, but I've had bridges like that before. You think they're like bigger, more powerful, or whatever, right? Reach out to them. And every time you do it, you realize, you go, fucking hell, man, I could have never imagined that would have unfolded. And wow, I am literally seeing, feeling, and observing myself as better for it. Okay. We're done for today. Hope you guys are good. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back next time when I've got more to share. All right, guys, catch you later.